Today, the House is expected to vote on censuring Congressman Paul Gosar for posting a violent anime video, a video that showed him killing Representative Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez. Congresswoman Liz Cheney is one of two Republican members to express early support for the anticipated vote. This comes just days after Wyoming's Republican Party, the Central Committee, voted to no longer recognize Cheney as a Republican. This is because she has spoken out against the former president for the big lie. Joining me now with Insider Insight, Wyoming committeeman from Natrona County, Joe McGinley. Joe, thank you so much for being with us. You were in the room where it happened, this vote to no longer consider Liz Cheney a Republican. You voted against it. Tell us what happened.
Yeah, that's correct. Good morning, everyone. I was there at the meeting, and, I was just surprised this topic came up again. As you recall, the State Central Committee voted to censure Representative Cheney several months ago. They got it out of their system. They shook their fist at Representative Cheney. I thought that was a finished topic at that point. However, the state party is, the leadership is somewhat irrelevant at this point and felt the need to bring the topic back up again, to my surprise. And, this is even crazier. I mean, you can't tell someone that they're not a Republican. If they register as a Republican and say they're a Republican, then they're a Republican.
You wrote in an op-ed, the extremism we are currently witnessing in the Wyoming Republican Party is the result of apathy. True Wyoming Republicans are currently sitting on the sidelines, too disgusted and embarrassed to participate. What do you mean?
Yeah, that's correct. Without using a catchphrase, there is a real silent majority here in Wyoming, and they're true conservatives. They believe in ethics and morals. They believe in humility. They don't want to come up and express their opinion, everyone. They go to the voting, they go to the polls. That's where they express their opinion. They also don't want to be harassed. There's actually a lot of anger out there, and there's a lot of extremists, even within our own party, that if you express an opinion that differs from theirs, they're going to try to embarrass you, they're going to try to harass you, they're going to harass you on social media. You might even get censured by the state party for speaking out. So there really is a silent majority of good Republicans here in Wyoming that still believe in morals and ethics.
You think people are afraid?
Yeah, absolutely. Again, a lot of people have jobs, they have families, they have private lives, and they don't want to be put in the spotlight for a political opinion. They're afraid to speak out. They will express their opinion when it comes to the polls.
Well, is there a risk then that the extremists, as you call them, expressing extremism as you write, that they're winning? If people are afraid to speak up, isn't that handing these people what they want?
Yeah, that's a great question. Unfortunately, they have taken over leadership within our state party here in Wyoming, as well as a lot of our county parties across our state. So in that sense, yes, they're winning as far as organized positions. However, they're not winning with the common voter. The common voter does not agree with this type of messaging or behavior. Even if they agree or disagree with Representative Cheney on her vote on January 6th, they still disagree with this type of behavior. There's a lot of individuals here in the state. Again, Wyoming's a pro-Trump state. President Trump won by a large majority here in this state. But there's a lot of individuals that really do support the policies of President Trump, but also support Representative Cheney. So those individuals also are afraid to speak out. So in that sense, yes, they're oppressing the voice of the individual by creating fear and essentially a larger group of individuals that just don't want to participate.
They support the policies of Trump and Cheney because they're largely the same, except insofar as it relates to overturning an election, right?
Here you go with facts again. Don't let facts get in the way of a good story. You're absolutely right. If you look at the voting record of Representative Cheney, even right now in Congress, she is one of, if not the most conservative voting member of the House. When President Trump was in office, Representative Cheney voted along with President Trump more than most of the individuals that are attacking her in Congress. So those type of facts don't really get brought up very often because they're not convenient. But as a Republican, as a true Republican, that's what you look for. You want a representative that represents your conservative values and principles, someone that's going to vote the way the party really wants you to vote overall with principles. So that's what we see with Representative Cheney, and her voting record, really, you can't question it.
Got to let you go. The vote this time was, what, 31-29, which is actually pretty close, and a lot closer than the censure vote was. Does that tell you anything?
Yeah, absolutely. I was surprised by how close that vote was. I was at the vote for the censure as well, and there was only a handful of us that voted no on the censure. This time around, though, 3129, I think that's sending a message that, individuals don't agree with just keep bringing this topic up just to get attention. There's fatigue on the matter. A lot of individuals even questioned the reasoning of why you would say someone's not a Republican. They know you can't do that. There's no power behind that vote. All it does is just show how far out of touch the state party leadership is with the common voter and with the Constitution in general. So that 3129 vote was extremely symbolic and really did send a sign that enough is enough on this topic.
Republican Joe McGinley, and I say Republican, don't let anyone tell you otherwise. We appreciate you being with us this morning. Thanks for getting up.
Thank you.